And here we are live from from Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in Crane, Missouri. You're going to be seeing the Hartville Eagles take on the Billings Wildcats. Hartville comes in with a fall record of 12-4. Or pardon me, 17-4. Billings comes in with a 12-4 fall record.
He says he already gave it to you.
What's that? Program. So once again, Hartville coming in at a 17-4 record. Billings coming in at a 12-4 record on the fall 2020 campaign, as the spring season from last year was canceled due to the coronavirus pandemic that was going on. It started last year. So as we look at the starting lineup first for the home team, that is going to be the Hartville Eagles. It will be Eli Cook leading off. He is behind the dish for the Hartville Eagles, as the batter for Billings will come in. Looks like it is Brian Terry coming in. Leading off top the first inning for Billings, number 16, Brian Terry. Brian Terry coming in for Billings. So we're about to kick off the top half of the first inning.
Could you try again?
That first pitch is going to be a fly ball into foul territory, and it is strike one. First pitch, 4-1. First pitch coming in at 3:59. Game time temperature in the it's in the 60s right now. Set. Next pitch is strike two. There on Brian Terry. Spring baseball is back, and spring has sprung here in Southwest Missouri. The pitch swung on, and that is going to be a line drive. That's going to be a base hit. Falls right in front of the right fielder. And Terry will be on for a single, and that brings up, looks like that would be, I'm guessing that looks like that is Jake Henry at the plate. Now batting number 10, Jake Henry. Jake Henry, the batter, he bats from the right side. He's got a man on first. That is Billings' leadoff man in Brian Terry, with Hayden Fender waiting on deck. First pitch is going to be a strike at 0-1. It's cloudy skies here over Crane. Next pitch, runner goes, throw, and Terry was going to be caught in between the bases. We're going to have a rundown, and there's out number one recorded here in the top half of the first inning. So the batter in Jake Henry at the plate. Pitch downstairs, and it is 1 ball, 2 strikes from the bat to the batter in Jake Henry from the pitcher in Braden Brandstetter. Hartville coming off 2 state championships in basketball. They were a 31-0 team on the basketball court. And so you can tell that Hartville has some success. And looking over at the softball field just beyond the left field fence, swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's out number 2 that sends up the batter in Hayden Fender to the plate. Batting number 17, Hayden Fender. Hayden Fender, the batter, as he digs into the right side batter's box. Fender played basketball for Billings. Swung on and missed, and it's strike 1. There to Hayden Fender. The pitch, swing and a miss, and it is strike 2 on Hayden Fender. Bases are clean, 2 men are out here in the top half of the first inning. The pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hayden Fender. Looking at some spring training action, the St. Louis Cardinals, as that pitch is rolled foul. So once again, the St. Louis Cardinals fell to the Miami Marlins. Their spring training roommates there in Jupiter. The Kansas City Royals are currently playing right now. They are tied with the San Diego Padres by a score of 3-3 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Hayden Fender. 2 men out here in the top half of the first inning of play. Joe Musgrove is on the mound for the Padres with Jorge Soler at the plate for the Royals, swinging a tapper, and we'll keep it at 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 the count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the top of the first inning as that pitch will be fouled off. And we'll still keep it at 1-2 count for Fender. The pitch swung on in a little roller to the shortstop. Fields it, throws on to first, and that is out number 3. So the Wildcats lose a runner on the bases. We're headed now to the bottom of the first inning. It is no score between Hartville and Billings. Eli Cook, the batter, here in the bottom half of the first inning of play. No score between Billings and Hartville. Hartville comes from the Summit Conference. Billings comes out of the SWCL. That first pitch to Eli Cook is a ball at 1-0. Swung on, and that's going to be a fly ball. This should have some carry to it, and it's going to be all the way to the fence. Eli Cook is going to stop there at second base, and he's going to be on with a leadoff double. And that will send up the batter, it looks like, in Rice Piper, the shortstop. Shortstop number 1, Rice Piper. Rice Piper, the batter for Hartville. Scoreless inning for the Billings Wildcats. Back in the top half of inning number 1.
From yourself?
I didn't see it.
They not give me one?
I don't think so.
No. How do you know their names? Making them up?
Just off of memory. So the batter once is like Brody McNeil is the batter. He is hitting from the left side. He's the first baseman. I'm not sure if Hartville's got a lot of their basketball players that are playing baseball. Most of them do play baseball from Hartville. That one's skied into center field. Center fielder will make the catch. He throws, and that's going to play to run, and that will put Hartville on with a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the bottom half of the first inning. And that will send up to the cleanup man in Braden Brandstetter. Pitcher number 9, Braden Brandstetter. Braden Brandstetter, the batter for Hartville.
Did you not ask them?
1-0 our score. I did not. Swung on, and that is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, and that will be out number 3, and we're going to head on to the top half of the second inning. 1-0 in favor of Hartville. Quentin Gold, the batter for Billings, here in the top of the second inning. 1-0 our score. First pitch, check swing. Ball 1, he didn't go around. Cloudy day today. Temperatures are in the 60s.
I'm pretty sure that.
March Madness is going on this weekend. There's been a lot of upsets. And one team that's been steamrolling through the through March Madness is Oral Roberts out of Tulsa. They've beaten Ohio State and they've beaten Florida. 1-2. Tosses it to the first baseman. That was Brandstetter. And there is out number 1. That'll bring up the batter in Mason Ebert to the plate. Catcher number 2, Mason Ebert. Mason Ebert, the batter for Billings, bats from the right side, or left side, excuse me.
He's great. He wasn't that catcher to start the year.
One out in the top half of the second inning. The pitch. Check the swing on the outside part of the plate, and it is 0-2. Royals have a big prospect in Bobby Witt Jr. who will be making the opening day roster for the Kansas City Royals. Cardinals made a big offseason move in trading for Nolan Arenado. There'll be a ground ball to the second baseman, throw on to first, and will be out number 2, and that will send up the batter there in Zach Bose to the plate. Right fielder number 11, Zach Bose. Zach Bose, the batter. This is the Purdy tournament that you're seeing. Crane will be a pool site for the Purdy tournament.
All bracket.
All one bracket. 0-1 the count to Zach Bose. Pitch swung on and missed, and it is 0-2 the count. 0-2 the count with 2 outs to Zach Bose in the top of the second. Swung on and line foul. That will be on the other side of the ballpark. And a strike 3, and that will end the inning. And we're going to head on to the bottom of the second inning. It is 1-0 in favor of Hartville. Rory Kirkpatrick at the plate for the Hartville Eagles, the 17-4 Hartville Eagles. Hartville did play over the weekend, and I'm pretty sure they lost this weekend. Not sure who they lost to. Conway, so they lost to conference rival Conway.
4-3 in 10 innings.
It was a 4-3 loss to the Eagles in 10 innings. 1-0 our score in favor of Hartville, so Hartville will look to rebound and get win number 1 on the spring.
I want to see more.
The pitch to Kirkpatrick is a strike at 0-1. There is rain in the forecast, but looks like it should stay away until about 10 o'clock tonight. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Right down the pipe, and it is strike 2. Here, Rory Kirkpatrick. Ground ball to the shortstop. He throws to first, and he's safe as Fender stepped off the bag. And Kirkpatrick will be on with a infield single, and that will send in the batter, looks like, in Hunter Lowry to the plate. Second baseman number 18, Hunter Lowry. Hunter Lowry, the batter for these Hartville Eagles. Check on them. Oh, they got him there at second base. Kirkpatrick is out. As he trots back to the third base dugout. Hunter Lowry at the plate for Hartville. He is the sixth man in the lineup for the Hartville Eagles. The pitch swung on, and that is ripped right down the left field line. That's going to be foul. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Hunter Lowry. 1-1 the count to Lowry.
I haven't seen deer on my property like 2 years. And just this year, I've seen like 15 at a time. It's insane.
Swung on and a ground ball. Oh, the third baseman can't find the ball. We're going to have a runner at first base, and that will send up the batter. And Isaac Boyer to the plate. Right fielder number 14, Isaac Boyer. Isaac Boyer, the batter for Hartville. One out of the inning. Check on the runner. He'll be in safely. One out here in the inning for Hartville here in the bottom of the second inning. After this game concludes, Crane will be playing Verona, and whoever wins that game will face Hartville. So Hartville will take the next game off, and they will take on either Crane or Verona to save the distance between those two teams. Hartville and Billings about. So Hartville and Billings, I would say it's about 60 miles between those two schools. Crane probably about 70 miles from Hartville. That's going to be a base hit as falls right in front of the shortstop and the center fielder. They tried to get the runner at second base, but he's in safely, and that sends up the batter in Justin Parker. Designated hitter number 13, Justin Parker. Justin Parker, the designated hitter for Hartville. He bats from the right side. The pitch swung on and a ground ball. This is going to find right field for a base hit. They stop the runners They're at second and third, and it's going to be bases loaded for Eric Wilson, the 9th man in the lineup. Center fielder number 19, Eric Wilson. Eric Wilson, the 9th man in the rotation, or in the lineup for Hartville. 1-0 our score. Fender creeps towards the home plate. The pitch. Took the swing, strike one there to Eric Wilson. Nothing in one to count, one out to Eric Wilson.
Once I told them I just need to get mine, then they both instantly got theirs. Of course.
0-2 the count, one out.
Mine expired.
There to Eric Wilson. DH is Justin Parker as Grant Culver is playing left field, not batting. The 1-2 outside, and it is 2-2.
Yeah. They were all nervous. He didn't quit.
1-0 score in favor of Hartville. Check swing. It'll stay. There will be 3-2 the count. Nowhere to put Eric Wilson on the bases. 2-2 swung on and a little chopper to the shortstop. Off the bag, and everybody's going to be safe. That plates in a run. It makes it 2-0 Hartville here in the bottom of the second inning. That sends up the batter in Eli Cook. Catcher number 5, Eli Cook. Eli Cook, the batter for Hartville. 2-0 our score. Hartville scored 1 run in both the opening frames of this game. The pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire. It is 0-1. Nothing in 1 the count, 1 out to
Freshman and new coaches.
Eli Cook.
Next glad you came along. You got back.
My stuff will look good.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Got so used to
Still 1 out. Bases are juiced for Hartville. Hartville is in the gray jerseys and pants. The blue socks are ground ball. That's going to be past the second baseman. That's going to go into right center field. 2 runs are going to score. And that's going to make it a 4-0 game in the top or the bottom of the second inning. And that sends up the batter in Rice Piper to the plate. Shortstop number 1, Rice Piper. Rice Piper, one of many state champions from the Hartville basketball team on this Hartville baseball team. As I look over once again to the softball field just beyond the left field fence, Crane girls are playing, looks like, is Pierce City.
That's not letting guess.
It will be a foul ball in our game. That game doesn't start until 5 o'clock. Just beyond the left field fence. Nothing in 1 to count to Rice Piper. One ball, 1 strike, the count, 1 out to, once again, Rice Piper. 1-2 the count, 1 out. Swung on and a little roller to the shortstop. Throw on to first. And there is out number 2 as a run scores. Makes it 5-0 in favor of Hartville here in the bottom of the second. Sends up the batter in Brody McNeil. First baseman number 22, Brody McNeil. Brody McNeil, the batter. The pitch swung on and a little dribbler. Second baseman throws to first, and that's how the bottom of the second inning comes to a close. We're going to the top of the third. It is 5-0 in favor of Hartville. Chase Birch, the batter for Billings. Billings currently down 5-0 here in the top of the first inning of play. Opening day for Major League Baseball is 9 days away. Cardinals will be right on the banks of the Ohio River as they'll be looking towards Kentucky at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. They'll be taking on the Cincinnati Reds. The Kansas City Royals will be at home on April 1st. They'll be taking on the Texas Rangers. I'm not sure if the Royals will be allowing fans back into Kauffman Stadium, but the Cardinals will have a limited capacity at Busch Stadium.
I don't know if you'd be able to tell if the Royals were letting fans.
Hey, now.
2 balls and a strike to Chase Birch. Strikes as a home plate umpire. 2-2.
They said the Marlins are allowing 12,000 people in. I don't know how they're going to get that many people come on their games.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Check to swing. And that's strike 3, and he is down on strikes. Route number 1, and that sends up the batter in Braden Garby. Shortstop number 3, Braden Garby. Braden Garby, the batter for the Wildcats from Billings. Billings from the SWCL. So we'll have a new batter. Looks like it will be.
This is Braden Garby.
Braden Garby, the batter. So that was actually the wrong batter. That went to the plate.
They sent the wrong guy to play.
Yeah, they just went back to on the order.
Little ground ball to the third baseman. Throw on to first.
How much for
Had to dig it out of the dirt, but he is safe.
Years back.
And that will send up the batter
Had the same
in Grant Heimer.
Coach Max switched to the 3 and 4 1.
Second baseman number 13, Grant Heimer.
They call him out because they were right there out of the order.
Grant Heimer, the batter. So the Left fielder in Jason Stasinski will not bat for Billings. Pitch is a strike at 0-1. Nothing in one the count. Also, minor league baseball, AAA will be starting their season a month late. I'm not sure when AA will start their season. Nothing in one the count. 1 out. The pitch, little bunt, and it's going to be foul. So the Texas League is no more, as they are now the AA Midwest League, which is a part of the Texas League. It will be Amarillo, looks like it will be Amarillo, Tulsa, Midland, Frisco, as Heimer strikes out. That sends up the batter in Brian Terry to the plate. Center fielder number 16, Brian Terry. So once again, the AA Midwest League will look like this. Just pretty much the teams that were in the original Texas League. The Springfield Cardinals, of course, the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, the Arkansas Travelers, the Tulsa Drillers, along with the Corpus Christi Hooks, the San Antonio Missions, I believe, are back in AA. The Amarillo Sod Poodles, along with the Midland Rockhounds and the Frisco Rough Riders.
You could be making all that up, and I wouldn't have any idea.
Nothing in one to count, with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Yes, there are some very weird names in minor league baseball. Some names we probably have never heard of. 0-1 the count there to Brian Terry. Man on first, that is Braden Garby. They're on first base. 2 outs here in the inning. What Terry is wanting to do is extend the inning to Jake Henry. The pitch. Oh, right down the pipe, and it is strike 2. Oh, and 2 the count, 2 outs to Brian Terry. As did they get him? I don't think so, and he will end up at second base. That is Braden Garby. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count, 2 outs. There to Garby. The 1-2 on its way. Here it comes. Makes it now 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Brian Terry. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Check. Oh! I think it bounced off of Braden Garby there at second base.
Your new field looked pretty nice.
And it bounced into center field.
And they grassed it.
Oh, yeah.
Swung on, and a little ground ball to the shortstop. He throws on to first, and the inning is concluded. We're headed now to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It is 5-0 in favor of Hartville. Braden Branstad are looking pretty sharp on the mound. We're about ready to get things set for the bottom of the third inning. We're halfway home here in the first game of the day today. Branstad at the plate. So far, he's not given up a single run. He's given up a couple hits. Ground ball. And he is out there at first base. It sends up the batter in Rory Kirkpatrick. Third baseman number 6, Rory Kirkpatrick. Rory Kirkpatrick, the batter for Hartville here in the bottom of the third inning of play. The pitch from Henry will be a strike at 0-1. Henry's given up so far 5 runs on the day. Swung on and grounded back to the concrete backstop. And it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and lifted into center field. And Kirkpatrick is retired. That sends up the batter in Hunter Lowry. Second baseman number 18, Hunter Lowry. Hunter Lowry, the batter for Hartville. The pitch swung on and ripped right to the third baseman. Can't find the ball. And Lowry will be on first with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. That sends up the batter in Isaac Boyer. Right fielder number 14, Isaac Boyer. Isaac Boyer, the batter. 2 outs in the inning. The pitch swung on, and that is going to be a ground ball past the shortstop and into left field for a base hit. That will put runners there at first and second. And that sends up the batter in Justin Parker. Designated hitter number 13, Justin Parker. Justin Parker, the batter. So this is Hartville's second game of the young season. And if you were to ask me, are these players happy to have spring baseball back? The answer would be yes.
I would never buy that.
After missing last season, especially those teams that have football, they are definitely eager to be back on the diamond. 1-0 the count to Justin Parker. The pitch upstairs, and it is 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to count. 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. And the pitch swung on and a ground ball. Oh, it's going to be dropped by the shortstop. He throws to first. Oh, and he's safe. And that's going to score another run. And that's going to make it 6-0 in favor of Hartville in the bottom of the third inning. That's going to send up the batter in Eric Wilson. Center fielder number 19, Eric Wilson. Eric Wilson, the batter for Hartville.
Yeah, I found it. It was nice. That was nice when you put away everything.
I reread that about 30 minutes after.
I was scared earlier because I could find every
The pitch
pullover but this one. I didn't know where this one was.
will be a
But it was in my closet. I just wow, I sucked off.
strike 0-2. 0-2 the count to
You didn't want to send that
Eric
message out,
Wilson.
did you?
No,
To
no.
this group.
I was already thinking about it in my mind. Yeah.
Nothing, still on that, but
0-2 the count. 2 outs to
moved all our stuff, but I guess I had like this and like all of my
Eric Wilson
my
here
gloves
in
and stuff
the
all in the same bag for some reason.
bottom of the third
Only
inning.
bag left behind. So I was thinking, it was all right there, ready to go. What
You
was
couldn't
it?
find any pullover?
No, I didn't have my black one or my gray pants.
We'll tapper
Or my belt.
down the
But other than
Well, these
First
two,
base
gray
line.
pants and belt we gotta replace.
yeah. Actually, I didn't
and it's
want
1-2.
it, but I didn't do anything. So kind of like
I'm not sure we had one his size though.
Yeah, they're adjustable.
Yeah, I think we ran out of
You did find your belt.
3XLs.
yeah, but I would have bought it anyways before that. But
Here's the
I needed
pitch.
one anyways. Yeah.
Outside and away.
I think
2-2 the count.
Like pretty.
I know, so.
Zoomers, I think, or something.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Checked his swing, and
Like, it, like,
that's strike 3, and that will send this game on to the
it's like a leather belt in like baseball.
top of the 4th inning.
Yeah.
It
I
is
searched it.
6-0 in favor of Hartville. Jake Henry, the batter for Hartville, here in the top of the 4th inning. Six nothing in favor of the Eagles here in the top of the 4th inning. Strike, says the home plate umpire. It is 2 balls and a strike. Fender waits on deck. Check the swing. It's 2-2. Three and 2 the count to Jake Henry. Three, 2, and it is going to keep it at. It'll be a full count. It's 3 and 2 the count to Jake Henry. So far, he has given up 6 runs on the mound. But for Hartville, as Henry draws a walk, that will send up the batter, it looks like, in Hayden Fender. First baseman number 17, Hayden Fender. Fender, the batter for the Billings Wildcats. This is a part of the Purdy tournament. This will be the only day that games will be played in Crane for the Purdy tournament, and everything will shift over to Purdy. There will be games tomorrow. There will be games on Thursday, I believe. I'm not sure if Wednesday is a rain day. Games definitely on Friday. Friday is the last day of the Purdy tournament. A little bit like the Crane tournament that they have in the fall, but just 2 sites. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Pitch outside, and it is a ball and a strike. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and it is 2-2. I was saying more hazy skies over Stone County here in Crane. That pitch, strike 3, and Fender is down on strikes looking, and that will send up the batter, it looks like, in Quentin Gold. Third base number 5, Quentin Gold. Quentin Gold, the batter for the Billings Wildcats. 6-0 our score. The pitch swung on and a fly ball into center field. Center fielder in Wilson has it for out number 1. And that will send up the batter in looks like in Mason Ebert. Catcher number 2, Mason Ebert. Mason Ebert. Nothing in 1 the count to Ebert. Here's the pitch. Throw down. Nothing in 2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There to Mason Ebert. With 2 away here in the 4th inning of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a 6-0 lead for Hartville. Here's the pitch. Oh, and that's going to be a line out there, which was caught by the second baseman. We're headed on now to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is 6-0 in favor of Hartville. Correction, capture number 5, Eli Cook. Eli Cook, the batter for the Hartville Eagles here in the bottom of the 4th inning. as that first pitch. To him is going to be a ball 1-0. And it will be an out for Eli Cook. That will send up Rice Piper to the plate. Shortstop number 1, Rice Piper. Rice Piper, the batter for Hartville. Want to know the count to, as he will be called out. There's 2 outs in the inning. That sends up the batter in Purdy McNeil. First baseman number 22, Purdy McNeil. So after this game concludes, it will be Crane taking on Verona. As I believe this is Crane's first year in the Purdy tournament, if I'm correct. They will take on the Verona Wildcats. 2-0 the count. And that will end the inning. That will send this game on to the top of the 5th inning. It is 6-0 in favor of Hartville. Zach Bowes, the batter for the Billings Wildcats, here in the top of the 5th inning. It's a 6-0 Hartville lead here in the top of the 5th. 0-1 to count to Zach Bowes. Here's the pitch. Check the swing, and it is 1-1. Currently in the top half of the 5th inning between
That good trainer.
Hartville and Billings. These two teams.
If I run out, you got it.
Want to know the count? The pitch swung on and a little roller.
So there's 6 players with the same last name. Were you up one of their guys?
So it'll be fouls. 1 ball, 2 strikes there to Zach Bowes.
Yeah, there's a bunch that don't play too.
Chase Birch waiting on deck for Billings. Swung on and kind of golf. It is going to stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You forget Monday at practice. 2 holes down here.
I just stepped in one.
We need to.
I thought that was ankle.
1-2 the count.
Rocks in and then put dirt on top.
Nobody out. And here's the pitch. And he is down on strikes, and that will be 1 out in the inning. That sends up the batter in Chase Birch. Designated hitter number 22, Chase Birch. Chase Birch, the batter for the Billings Wildcats. Here's the pitch. We await. It is 0-1 the count to Birch. With 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning, we're just cruising right along. Hartville so far has scored 1 run in the 1st inning. They scored 4 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, scoreless in the 4th. So far, Billings has been scoreless through 4 innings. That sends up the batter in Hayden Fender to the plate. We'll send up the batter in Braden Garby. Shortstop number 3, Braden Garby. Braden Garby, the batter for Billings in the here in the bottom, or pardon me, in the top of the 5th inning of play. First pitch to him will be a strike at 0-1 to Garby. He's got a man on first base. That is Chase Birch. So from what I hear, Hartville next year will be losing a lot of players, pretty much just about their entire starting 5. That will be in basketball. Baseball, we don't know how many seniors they have on the baseball team for Hartville, but we do know that they do have a new field, which looks like it should be ready for the Hartville tournament that will come up at about mid-April, from what I know. 0-2 the count, 1 out to Birch, and they looks like double him up, and we're going to head on to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 6-0 in favor of Hartville. Chase Virch is the new pitcher for Billings after Henry has given up. After Henry had given up 6 runs, leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for Hartville, the pitcher, number 9, Braden Brandstetter. Braden Brandstetter, the batter for the Hartville Eagles. So Hartville losing about 2 or 3 seniors next year after graduation. That's on baseball, but basketball they'll be losing once again their whole starting 5. After they went 31-0 this year, winning the Class 3 state championship. Little ground ball right to, it's going to be past the shortstop. And that will bring up the batter in Rory Kirkpatrick. Third baseman number 6, Rory Kirkpatrick. Rory Kirkpatrick, the batter for Hartville here in the...
I'm grabbing my iPad and go down and watch Nathan's bat.
Here in the
Hopefully they'll bat the first inning.
bottom of the 5th inning of play.
The freshman will bat 4th and 5th. You're good.
Nothing in 1. Here's the pitch, and it is
What's going on in there?
nothing in 2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-0 in favor of Hartville. It is in the, once again, bottom of the 5th inning. So far, this game has moved on at a pretty good clip. So the next game is supposed to start at 6 o'clock, which is in about an hour from now. Maybe they could start at about 5:30, depending on the speed of the game. And if we can breeze through the last innings of play between Hartville and Billings. That, or maybe Hartville can play it in 4 more runs and make it a run rule. Nothing in 2, the count to, once again, Rory Kirkpatrick. A throw. Did he get him? No, he did not. He is safe there at second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count there to Rory Kirkpatrick. Here's that 1-2. We'll make it 2-2 from Virch to Kirkpatrick. The 2-2 pitch. And the ball will get away. And it will be ball 4. And that will send up the batter in Hunter Lowry. Second baseman number 18, Hunter Lowry. Nothing in 1 to count to, once again, Hunter Lowry. 1 ball, 1 strike. As I see over at the softball field, it is a 1-0 Pierce City lead over the softball Pirates. It's going to be lined, and that will be a base hit just inside the right field line. He's going to be chugging into second base, and that will bring in a run. That scores, looks like Kirkpatrick, and that will be a 7-0 game. That brings in the batter in Isaac Boyer to the plate. Right fielder number 14, Isaac Boyer. Isaac Boyer, the batter for Hartville. The pitch swung on and a fly ball into foul territory, and that's going to be a fair ball. It's going to score in another run, making it 8-0. Kind of bobbling the ball a little bit. So they're going to hope to end this game, hopefully in 5 innings. That sends up the batter once they're in Justin Parker to the plate. Designated hitter number 13, Justin Parker. Justin Parker, the batter for these Hartville Eagles, as it looks like Coach John Craig is going to come out to talk to his pitcher in Chase Virch. I think that could be it for Chase Virch, as he is probably unable to get out of the 5th inning of play. Looks like it will be the end of the line for Chase Virch, as he has given up 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hartville's 2 runs away from making it a run rule here against Billings, and they can earn their first win of the season. They will keep him there on the mound. 8-0 our score once again here in the bottom of the 5th inning. I'm not sure what's going on over at Purdy and who is playing at Purdy. But after the games conclude tonight, everything will shift over to Purdy. It's just like the Crane tournament in the fall once again, where everything starts off at multiple sites and then everything comes to Crane. 1-0 the count to here to Justin Parker, the DH for Hartville. The count. Now 2-1 the count to, once again, Justin Parker. Eagles lead at 8-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. They've scored 2 runs so far in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 balls a strike. Nobody out. They got runners at 2nd and 3rd. There for Justin Parker. The 3-1 delivery upstairs, and it will be a walk to Justin Parker. And that's going to load up the bases. That will send up the batter in Eric Wilson to the plate. Center fielder number 19, Eric Wilson. The task for Eric Wilson is to get on base. He's got runners at all the bases here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 8-0 our score. 1-0 in favor of Hartville. Or 8-0 in favor of Hartville. 1-0 the count to Eric Wilson. Pitch inside on him, and it is 2-0. So they're keeping Virch on the mound for Hartville. Two balls and no strikes. A throw down to second base. And he stays in there safely. 3-0 the count to Justin Parker. Excuse me, Eric Wilson. He's the 9th man at the dish for Hartville. 3-0. Strike 3. Correction, strike 1. Excuse me, strike 1 to Eric Wilson. 3 balls a strike. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, and that will walk in a run, making it 9-0 Hartville. That resets the lineup, and that will bring up the batter in Eli Cook to the plate. Catcher number 5, Eli Cook. Eli Cook, the batter for the Hartville Eagles. He can be responsible to bring in the 10th run of the game. Anyway, anything is possible, or anything is doable to bring in that 10th run. Bases are juiced, full of Eagles. 1-0 the count to Eli Cook, the leadoff man for Hartville. Hartville plays either Crane or Verona in the next game. Swung on, and that's going to be lined there by the second baseman, and looks like they get 2 outs. What a grab that was there by the second baseman in
Takes a little bit of things too.
there in Grant Heimer, and that brings up the batter in Rice Piper to the plate. Shortstop number 1, Rice Piper. Rice Piper with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hartville so far has scored 3 runs. And they took a hit away. Runner goes. And they're not going to throw down to second base. 2 outs. 1-0 the count to Rice Piper. 2 outs in the inning. One and 0 the count. 2 outs here once again. 9-0 our score in favor of Hartville. Looking to bring in the 10th and final run. Strike says the home plate umpire. It is 2 balls and a strike. Runners at second and third, so runners are in scoring position for Hartville. 2 outs in the inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. It's 2 balls and a strike. Now 2 and 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. They foul typically it's going to be strike, as it will be strike 2. Runners at second and third wait patiently. The 2-2. Ball in the outside corner, and it is 3 and 2. First base is open for Eli Cook. The 3-2, swing and a miss, and that is strike 3, and that will send this game on to the top of the 6th inning. It is 9-0 in favor of Hartville. Heimer, the batter for the Billings Wildcats here in the top of the 6th inning. So far, Hartville has scored 3 runs. They scored 4 back in the 2nd inning. It's a fly ball. The center fielder has it for out number 1, and that sends up the batter in Brian Terry. Center fielder number 16, Brian Terry. Brian Terry, the batter for the Billings Wildcats. Once again, after this game concludes, Crane will be taking on Verona. That will come up at about at 6 o'clock. That's the scheduled start time, but if Hartville can get another run, then it will be we could still get the 6 o'clock, get into 6 o'clock, maybe about 6:15, depending on how long the runner or the players take. Line out to the left fielder. That will send up the batter in Jake Henry. How about number 10, Jake Henry? Jake Henry, the batter. He started the game off on the mound. I'm pretty sure he is DHing for the Wildcats after they put Virch on the mound to relieve Henry, as that one is swung on, and that is going to be a base hit there for Henry, and they get runners at 1st and 2nd. That will bring up the batter in Hayden Fender. Third baseman number 17, Hayden Fender. Hayden Fender actually the first baseman.
Verona, give me one. You're all set.
Little ground ball. And a little throw. Looks like it will have runners on the bases, and that will send up Quentin Gold to the plate. He is the third baseman for Billings. Third baseman number 5, Quentin Gold.
You read that written part. Give everybody a few seconds to get stood up and vote, okay?
One out here in the top of the 6th inning.
And that will be after. I mean, it's umpires. And we're not doing regular IO, so you can, since this was over, you can start at 70 minutes before.
Okay. One out here in the top of the 6th inning. 6-0 or 9-0 our score. Strikes as the home plate umpire. It is 0-1. Nothing in 1 the count. 1 out to Quentin Gold. That makes it 1 ball, 1 strike with runners at the corners. Here's the pitch. One ball, 1 strike once again. 1 out. Once again, bases are loaded. They look to get that first run of the game. Checked his swing, but the ball goes in the dirt, and it is 3-1. A 3-1 pitch, here it comes. And a walk's going to be issued, and that's going to put a run on the board for Billings, making it a 9-1 game. And they're going to, as Coach Horn will come out, he will talk to his pitcher in Braden Brandstetter. Just to calm him down, he says, you got a 9-1 lead. Let's get this to the bottom of the 6th inning and Let's get 2 runs and end it early. So a quick little meeting on the mound. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Billings has already scored a run. They're up 9-1 against Hartville. It's a nothing count. Here's the pitch. Outside strike 1 on there on Mason Ebert, the catcher for Billings. Billings and Crane the same colors, blue and gold. As that next pitch to him is a ball 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike, says the umpire. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mason Ebert. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 1-2, here it comes. Swung on and hit off the end of the bat. And that is going to go foul. One and 2 the count to, once again, Mason Ebert. Here's that 1-2, swung on, and another foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes count to Mason Ebert. 1 out. Bases are loaded. The pitch outside, and it is 2-2. The 2-2 outside. Check on the runner. He's safe there at third. They tried to clean off one of the bases here in the top half of the 6th inning, as Billings has already scored 1 run. Hartville hopes to make it that only run here in the 6th. Here's a pitch, swung on, and a ground ball to the first baseman to second for 1. No, they did not get him. That's going to plate in 2 runs. That's going to make it a 9-3 Billings, or pardon me, 9-3 Hartville lead in the top of the 6th. And that sends up the batter in Zach Bowes to the plate. Right fielder number 11, Zach Bowes. Coach John Craig talking over to the umpire, getting a clarification of what happened. So 2 runs have scored on the missed double play opportunity. There's only 1 run, 1 out here in the. There was only 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning of play. Billings has already scored 3 runs. Courtesy runner will be Jason Szynski, who will run for. Pardon me, the pinch runner is Jason Szynski at first base. Runner goes. There goes the throw to second base. It's in time, and he is out there at second base. So they do get 2 outs here in the 6th inning, but Hartville is going to have to answer back if they want to end this game in the bottom of the 6th inning and not send it to the 7th. Want to know the count to Zach Bose. Swung on and hit off the end of the bat. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to play in another run. That's going to make it a 9-4 Hartville lead. That sends up the batter in Chase Birch, the new pitcher for Billings. Pitcher number 22, Chase Birch. Chase Birch, the Chase Birch, the pitcher who came in for Jake Henry. That's going to be a flyout, and that will send this game on now to the bottom of the 6th inning. We're heading on to the bottom of the 6th. It is 9-4 in favor of Hartville. Brody McNeil, the batter, here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as they can look to get 4 runs in to bring in that run rule. These Hartville Eagles are up by 5. Correction, actually 5 runs, as that one is going to be skied. That's going to go all the way to the wall. McNeil chugging past first. He's going to make it to second base on a leadoff double here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it will send in the batter in Braden Brandstetter. Pitcher number 9, Braden Brandstetter. Braden Brandstetter so far, his arm got a little tired as he gave up 4 runs back in the top half of the 6th inning. It's a 9-4 Hartville lead.
Lowry pitched the 6th inning.
And Lowry came in and pitched the 6th inning for Brandstetter. Nothing in 1 to count. Here's the pitch outside, and it is going to be 1 ball, 1 strike as the ball gets away, and they're going to move the runner to third. And what it looks like over at the softball field, it is 2-1 Pierce City, looks like, as they lead Crane. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Here's the pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes. As a run gets plated in there to bring in Brody McNeil. And that will send in the batter in Roy Kirkpatrick. Third baseman number 6, Rory Kirkpatrick. Rory Kirkpatrick, the batter for the Hartville Eagles.
That was bad. You just
Score update to tell you about. This is from the Cactus League in spring training. The Kansas City Royals are leading the San Diego Padres by a score of 6-4 in the bottom of the 7th inning. At the beginning of spring training, as that's a little blooper. That's going to find shallow center field. It's going to be a base hit. That brings up the batter. They're in Hunter Lowry, the new pitcher. Pitcher number 18, Hunter Lowry. Hunter Lowry, the batter for Hartville. The pitch swung on and a ground ball past the third baseman. They're going to put runners there at first and second. With 1 out, that sends up the batter in Isaac Boyer to the plate. Right field number 14, Isaac Boyer. It's going to bring in a courtesy runner for Lowry. Looks like that would be Colton Cogdill. Courtesy runner number 17, Colton Cogdill. Colton Cogdill will run for Lowry. One out in the inning as they will take Chase Birch off the mound. Looks like they're going to bring in somebody from center field. Looks like it's going to be the center fielder from Billings. It will be Brian Terry coming in to get the last 2 outs and send this game on to the 7th. As we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back in just a few moments. New pitcher in for Billings as it is Ryan Terry coming in from center field. First pitch to him is going to be from him will be a little chopper. They get the runner out at first base, and that sends up the batter in Justin Parker. Designated hitter number 13, Justin Parker. Justin Parker, the batter for Hartville.
I'll make this count to 5.
Ground ball. That's going to plate in 1 run. Here comes another run. It makes it a 12-4 Hartville lead, and it brings in the batter in Eric Wilson. Center fielder number 19, Eric Wilson. That wasn't your way, was I?
Nope. Okay. Is this big enough, or do you want me to make it bigger font?
That's fine.
You sure? You can see it all?
Yeah.
I'll make it bold. Does that help?
Yeah. And I can take all that out before game?
And then you can delete it before we start.
Okay.
So just keep it right there, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this one.
So Justin Parker, the DH for Hartville, he'll look to get on base and hopefully become another run. As Hartville's lead is back up to 8 so far. Lead at 12-4. Here's the pitch. Inside on him, it's going to be strike 2. It's 0-2. There on Justin Parker. 0-2 the count, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch swung on and grounded foul. Nothing into the count. The pitch swung on, and that is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Throw on to first. That's not going to be called out. And they get him out there at the plate, and that will send this game on to the top of the 7th inning. Final help coming up for Billings as it is 12-4 in favor of Hartville. Braden Garvey, the batter for the Billings Wildcats. It's a 12-4 Hartville lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Pitch will be a ball 1-0 there to Braden Garby. One ball, one strike, the count to Braden Garby. Next pitch to him will be a strike at 1 ball, 2 strikes. There to Braden Garby. Here's that 1-2 pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count to Braden Garby. 2-2 swung on and a ground ball. That's going to be into center field for a base hit, and that will put Garby on first for a single. That will send up the batter in Grant Heimer to the plate. Second baseman number 13, Grant Heimer. Grant Heimer, the batter for Billings in the top of the 7th inning. The pitch right off the bat, and it is 0-1. No balls, a strike there to Grant Heimer. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and tapped right off the catcher's mitt. 0-1 the count. So 0-2 actually. So 0-2 the count there to Grant Heimer. He's batting from the right side. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and off the end of the bat again. It is still 0-2. Looking to extend the inning, looks like, to Brian Terry. The pitch swung on and fouled to the screen, and it is still 0-2. So Heimer putting up a good battle. Here in the top of the 7th. The pitch inside, and it is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Grant Heimer. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and Heimer's down on strikes. That makes it 1 out, and that will send up the batter in Brian Terry. Center fielder number 16, Brian Terry. Brian Terry, the batter for the Brian Terry, the batter for Billings, with 1 out here in the inning. The first pitch to him will be a ball at 1-0. Getting a little windy here in Crane, but there has not been any rain so far, as the rain will arrive at about 10 o'clock tonight. 2 balls, no strikes to count. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. The 3-0 inside, and it is going to draw a walk that will put runners at first and second base. So Billings looks like they won't go down without a fight. That brings up the batter in Jake Henry to the plate. Designated hitter number 10, Jake Henry. Jake Henry, the batter. He'll be batting from the right-hand side. Crane will take on Verona in the next game that will come up at about 6 o'clock. Looks like the game would probably start about 6:15, maybe 6:30. The pitch. Inside, it will be a strike there at 0-1. 0-1 the count, 1 out to Jake Henry. Once again, he's batting from the right side. A fly ball should be catchable. The shortstop will have it for out number 2, and the Wildcats are down to their final out of the game, and that will send up the batter in Hayden Fender to the plate. First baseman number 17, Hayden Fender. Hayden Fender, the batter, he's a senior on this Billings Wildcats team. 2 outs in the inning. 12-4 in favor of Hartville. As the the catcher there in Eli Cook was able to keep it in front of him, so the runners won't advance. The pitch swung on, a fly ball into foul territory. Will it be catchable? I don't think so. It's going to be strike 1 there on Hayden Fender. And the Wildcats are down to their last 2 strikes of the game. Which would make Hartville 2 strikes away from win number 1 on the year to make their record at 500. Swung on, and a fly ball. Who's going to get it? The right fielder will have it, and that will conclude the ball game as the Hartville Eagles defeat the Billings Wildcats by a score of 12-4. And don't go away, we will have the post-game interview coming up in just a few moments, so stick around, everybody.